farmers like us, growing in years, with a goal to make a change of the world around your race. They've been able to set the pace.
Today we present a Nigerian icon whose life is true proof that old values have not truly vanished. He is a Nigerian billionaire businessman, industrialist, banker, investor, philanthropist, entrepreneur par excellence. He is also an evangelist and motivational speaker. This is presenting the founder of Coscharis Group of Companies, a conglomerate with interest in automobiles, technology, beverages, medicals, foods, and first-class representative of the motherland. Coscharis is a combination of two names, Cosmas and his wife's Charity. We present a man by every standard, a role model to the next generation, Dr. Cosmas Maduka. The simple and yet extremely humble Cosmas was born in Jos, Plateau State on the 24th of December 1958 to Mr. and Mrs. Peter and Rose Maduka. His father hails from Nnewi North Local Government Council, a city well known for its entrepreneurial spirit as evidenced by many of billionaires that have sprung up from that region. In 1962, when he was just 4 years old, he lost his father to the cold hands of death. He therefore started hawking bean cake and climbing palm trees to assist his mother. With 6 children to cater for, his mother had to enlist Cosmas and his brother in the hawking of her products. The earnings of this family business was insufficient to pay their bills, particularly school fees. So, young Cosmas had to drop out of school when he was just in primary 3. At the age of 7, he had to move to Ebute Metta in Lagos to work as an apprentice for his uncle in order to lessen the burden on her. He made his fortune in the 80s by distributing automobiles and their spare parts. He is the sole distributor of BMW and Ford cars in West Africa. In November 2015, he was on the cover of Forbes African magazine with an estimated net worth of $500 million. Through his visionary leadership, Coscharis Motors has secured sole franchise of Mini Rolls-Royce, Jaguar, Land Rover premium brands, and Abro USA Auto Care and Consumer Products, amongst others. Coscharis as of today, with branches in Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and Gabon. Dr. Cosmas is currently serving on the board of many companies. Notable among them are CG Eco LLP, First System Refinishes Limited, CG Biostart Limited, and Sixth Rentals, Nigeria. He served as a director in Access Bank PLC, one of the leading banks in Nigeria, for 12 years, from 2000 to 2012. He also served as the president and chairman of the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation for 16 years, during which Nigeria led Africa in all the events. He led the Nigerian team to the Olympic Games, Atlanta 96, Sydney 2000, Athens 2004, and Beijing 2008. Dr. Cosmas Maduka, as an entrepreneur, plays mentoring roles to upcoming entrepreneurs and is a holder of the Honorary Doctor of Business Administration of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, in 2003. He is also an alumnus of the Harvard Business School Executive Education Program. On the 17th of September 2012, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, conferred him with the national honors of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. He was married to his heartthrob and are blessed with children. Welcome to a life of a true ambassador of Christ in his chosen faith. Welcome to Youth Engage.
Before I turn 15, we will go for camping, fasting and prayer. Sometime 2 days, sometime 3 days. On this fateful day, we were camping, fasting for 3 days in a church. I'm an Igbo man, here from Nnewi, and I locked my boss shop to have gone to fast for 3 days. And he came from Lagos and noticed that I've not been in a shop for 3 days. Wow. If you want to know how an Igbo man feels, go and lock his shop. because for us, shop is a religion. You don't play with it. Somebody made a joke and said that an Igbo man was at the point of death, and 3 of his children lock up shop to go and see the man in the hospital. He looked at this, Okonkwo, are you here? He said, yes, with the last breath. Okori, are you here? What about Okafor? He said, oh, yes, that we come to see you. He said, who did you leave the shop for? the man's death is important, but the shop must not close. We worship our shop. An average Igbo man, if we want to get his attention, go and lock up his shop. My boss came. He said for 3 days I'm not in the shop. He sent for me. And I went to see him that evening. I went with my senior brother. He said, have you become a fanatic that now you have to lock shop for 3 days to go and starve yourself to death? So sorry. Who did this to me? He counted 200 naira and gave me and said that he wants me to now go face this madness and do it to my satisfaction. My senior brother was with me. I asked myself, Uncle, what is this for? He said, that is my settlement money, so I can go start my own business. I said, I worked for you for 6.5 years. I never stole from you. Why do you give me 200 naira? You meant I can't pay for a store. I can't buy 1 carton of plug, even I need to hawk it and carry it on my head. It doesn't even cover 1 carton of plug. He said, whatever it worth. But I have had enough experience and learned certain things from God's word. My senior brother said, I should leave it, let us go. I looked at him, I said, do you have anyone to give me when we get home? He says, no. I said, I will hold this. I looked at my uncle, eyeball to eyeball. I said, Uncle, I served you well. I served you well. I said, you should be proud of me. I didn't go to nightclub. I went to church. You should be proud of me that I have a clear sense of purpose. You shouldn't punish me for this. He said, well, I lock up his shop. I didn't take his permission. That's it. That's all he can do. I said, what do you want me to do with this? He said, that's all. That's what I tell you. Whatever you want to do with it, you do. I said, Uncle, let me talk to you. I said, God hardened the heart of Pharaoh to show his might in the land of Egypt. You didn't know what you did. You thought this was 200 naira. I said, you gave me 2,000 naira. You didn't count the money well. I said, 5 years from today, if you had what God did out of this, your head will be spinning. I said that eyeball to eyeball. My uncle just died 4 years ago. Before he died, he was on salary with me for at least his last salary and was 100,000 per month before he died. And I trained all his children. So I went home that evening with my senior brother. He didn't have apprenticeship experience like I have, so because my mother supported him to finish elementary 6, but I was already doing apprenticeship, and then my mother has supported him to start business before I finished my apprenticeship. He just learned trade for 6 months. So we team up. He had a better capital than me. But within 3 months, we started differing in ideology. My brother have his own way how things should be done. I have my own way how things should be done. But one thing that broke the camel back was that, according to him, in their Catholic church, they give 10 kobo in offering. And I went to church with 1 naira. And he said that was not acceptable. I said, but you drink beer. I don't drink beer. So my 1 naira offering in church compensate for the beer you drink. He said he's not ready for this agreement. He wants us to part way. So we parted way. He checked the profit we made before the time we started and the capital I brought into the business. The total I got was 317 naira. That was my own capital. So we parted way. And a friend of mine gave me 1/4 of the shop, something like this frame, size of this frame, to be keeping my merchandise for 6 months. And after 6 months, I should look for my own shop. That's where I started, continue with my Christianity, go for my early morning evangelism, rush back to Lagos here, go to Leventis at Ebutemeta, buy spare parts, go back to Anambra, sell it, entering night bus, Awala. One of the trip I went to Bulos at Ikeja and Oregun, Bulos Enterprises. Bulos has received motorcycle crash bar, and many people didn't know they had it. All the money I have could buy only 2 cartons. I bought 2 cartons of crash bar, ran with the night bus, tear off Bulos' name and address, so nobody knew where I got the crash bar. I sold it. In the morning I landed in Nnewi. People were rushing for it because it was very scarce. By almost 100% profit, I entered the night bus, rushed back to Lagos, went to Bulos. I'm able to buy 4 or 5 cartons. Entered the night bus the following day, went to Nnewi, sold them off again with 100% profit, took all the capital, entered night bus, come back to Bulos. I did this within 4 days in a week. And my capital sprung from where it is to about 4,700 naira. Started working hard, but I knew that I couldn't compete at a global level if I'm not properly structured, which is where many traders made mistake. You made money, you have shop under a warehouse and think you have arrived. But I have a different vision. My vision to grow Coscharis as an organization was to build an institution that would be timeless in its relevancy and value. And I knew I do not have all the competency that they require to achieve that. So I followed the pattern for which I was trained by having an apprenticeship. I took some boys for apprenticeship. But when the first of them matured after 5 years, I never took another apprenticeship. Each of the boy I settled, I replaced him with a worker. Because my idea was, let me get people who has gone to school, who had acquired the prerequisite knowledge, who can help me restructure the company to compete in a structured form, to bring their expertise into the company so that we can bake a big cake and everybody will have a pile of that cake. And that was how I weeded out the boys under apprenticeship and started hiring people. When these guys came, they brought their expertise. We blended them because the boys that are doing apprenticeship were going and the university graduates are coming into the company. So some of them met some of them in the company. So, and it was a struggling 2 parallel group. People who went to school, want to be given authority to exhibit what they went to school to. And the boys were feeling, why do you bring in these people that speak only grammar? They cannot add anything to the business. But I knew that if I remain with those people that I was there, I would remain a one-man ranger. Hey, Bishop, what do you want us to do? Everything I ask them to do, they will do it very well. But I cannot detach myself from the business. So bringing people with required competency to come to the business help us to structure the company in a formal way to be able to compete in a structured form where bank can take us serious and lend us money and all of the things. So that was the revolution that happened in Coscharis. My first employee actually was my wife. For those of you who may not know, you hear the name Coscharis. Coscharis is a combination of name of Cosmas and Charity. My wife is Charity, I am Cosmas. And we started building the company, from ground zero. And today, Coscharis, involved in different things, banking, agriculture, agro-allied, automotive, hospital equipment, medical field, privileges. We do a whole lot of things. In 2003, University of Nigeria awarded me with the doctorate degree on business administration. Nafe Babalola University awarded me another doctorate degree on business administration. 2010 or 11, Jonathan confined me with the commander of the Order of Niger. When I started, you hear about famous companies like UAC, Leventis Group, Mandelas, and you're just like, how do we climb this mountain? You feel like these people, you can never compete them. I told you a story of a bulos that I used to go and buy from. Today, I'm sure by every means, Coscharis is much well-structured and bigger organization than bulos. It's about a vision. It takes three things to survive in life: vision, faith, and courage.
So you forgot to add funds?
No, that's where many young people make mistake.
Because there are people with vision and mission, but without...
And that's what I'm telling you. If you ask me to tell you my humble experience, and I will justify it, funds is less than 20% in the equation of what it takes to be successful. What knowledge is over 50%. That's where many people make mistake. And in business world, will tell you you learn in a hard way. Because if you have capital without knowledge, you will lose that capital to gain the knowledge you never had. In a business world terminology, we say you learn in a hard way because you've thrown your capital away. Listen, what makes a man is not what is in a man's pocket, it's what is in a man's head.
Sometimes the pocket actually assists.
Well, I will explain to you, because if you doubt what I'm telling you, experience has shown undisputedly, if you have a boy that did the apprenticeship, that learned the trade and was taught by his boss for 6 years or 7 years, and you give him a capital of 50,000 naira, and get somebody who went to university and have all the vision and give him 1 million naira, where is the correlation between 50,000 and 1 million naira? This is not a story. 3 years, the person with 50,000 naira will overtake the person with 1 million naira. This one has vision that is not proven. This one have intellectual conception. This one have practical experience and goodwill. It's still happening till today. That was the magic. When my boss gave me 200 naira, my brother thought, he went to school, he thought it was useless, I should leave it. My excitement is not the 200 naira. My excitement is the freedom to do with myself what I knew how to do. I've got knowledge. Small money. I can put that knowledge into it and I will create wealth. You don't believe this? There's a man by my side. He went to school, he has been taught, and he bought goods. His shop is filled up. My shop is very scanty, very few items that is there. But he didn't have the knowledge I have. So selling every items based on their part number in the boxes, but he doesn't know what is the content and what it does. But while I was doing apprenticeship, I did research in an informal way, not the kind you guys did in university. So I could bring this bearing out, bring what is inside, check what other things that it fit. So I'm able to know that front wheel bearing that is in Toyota Hiace can fit in Volkswagen Beetle. These are knowledge, because the component manufacturers, people who build car, don't build all the components. There are over 3,700 components in automobile. So the man that have idea to build car, consult the component builders, they all agree. So some of the parts are interchangeable. But this person now will put it in his own part number. Another person will put it in. So somebody will come to our store now and said, he goes to this man's shop. He said, I want front wheel bearing for Volkswagen Beetle. Didn't have it. What he has is front wheel bearing Toyota. He said, I didn't have it. He will leave. And the man will come to my shop. I want front wheel bearing Volkswagen Beetle. I said, I have it. He said, where is it? I said, it's 15 naira. The man said, but I want to see. I said, no, if you pay, I give it to you. Just pay. It's 15 naira. And the man will pay. I will run out the shop. His guy is here. I will run from this way, go to the back. I get somebody. I say, go to this guy's shop. Bring me front wheel bearing Toyota. And he will bring it. I will remove the pocket and take the goods with our pocket and give the man. He said, where is the box? I said, are you buying box? Go and fit it. If it doesn't fit, you come back, I give you back your money. That man say he doesn't have it. How much did he sell the front wheel bearing for me? 15 naira. I've sold it 15 naira. If he sold it for 15 naira, he's not making 5 naira profit. I am making 35 naira profit. But he doesn't know I'm selling what he has. I will sell it, give this guy money, return his money to him. He recorded he has sold. That day, I have made more profit than him. It wasn't long. I was making more money than him. As I make money now, I go to buying. I will buy front wheel bearing for Toyota that I know will fit Toyota and Volkswagen. So next time, each time he says he doesn't have, I don't even come and take his own again. I sold my own. And my store was increasing. His own was stayed the way it is. Within 5 years, I catch up with him and he wasn't anywhere. This is a reality. Knowledge is important. If you read the book, the Japanese that wrote the famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Koizaki, he said, don't work for money, work to learn. Get knowledge of what you want to do. That's where many youth of this day make mistake. Oh, what do you take to be? Oh, if you give me 10 million naira, if you give me 100 million naira, if you give me 1 billion, 3 years time I will pass a rich Dangote. I have knowledge, I know what to do. You will blow the money out the way it not come, the way it would not come. Because you are not basis, you don't have the fundamentals that they require to keep that. So work for knowledge. Let people cheat you, but learn from them. Humble down and get experience. You can throw money away, but your experience nobody will take from you. So I honored my boss. I'm still grateful to him. I respected him for the things he taught me during the apprenticeship. Even if he didn't give me money, I will be able to succeed. So that's the power of knowledge. Many of you got it wrong. And you see these young boys now, because part of the things I learned working for my boss is ability to save, the discipline to conserve money. One time, United States President Roosevelt said, beware of little expenses, for a small hole will sink a ship. I will advise the youth of today not to waste their life. Because when you are not engaged at your youthful age, you lost time that you can never bring back, and they never wait for you. You can make all your arguments, life goes on and unbettered. Make use of each moment of your life. And what do I mean by that? Start early. Hold yourself accountable. Learn discipline. Look for people who will embrace you positively. Leave people who you know. If you have something inside of you, you have a conviction, there are friends you hang around that you have no business hanging around with them, because they are not going to lead you to anywhere, because they are people of just today. They are not visionary people. They are looking for what happened today, momental time. So you make yourself when you are young. When you look for people who can mentor you. One other thing I want to let the kids know is that let people know that they can take your word for it. You may suffer initially. You go through difficulties. But make it your life pattern that when you don't say things you are not willing to do, you don't say things to make people happy. But if you made a commitment, stay true with it, even if it is going to take your life. You are an honorable person. That's what differentiates me from my peers. When the Japanese knew I understand this culture, these people don't go to church, they don't go to mosque. They have no religion. Their religion is business. Their Bible, their Quran and their Bible is letter of credit. They don't know all these things we are talking. But they tell you that they are going to do something. They know what they are saying. And it's a prerequisite for success in life, in business, in anything you do. When people know that your word is your bond, that when you don't say things you do not mean. So this is all about integrity. And I will be a dead man not to honor the obligation when it's due or when I am called upon. That's the power of integrity. If you learn it, if there's nothing you learn from everything I tell you today, don't compromise integrity. And if you want to know truly who you are, watch what you will do if nobody will know. What a man, a woman does not know who he or she is until you see what you can do. If you know it is not going to be discovered, that is truly who you are. Anybody, anything people can know is easy. What is important is God keep you alive. You will always make money. You can lose money, but you will make money. If you lose integrity, you are bankrupt. You don't own nothing. This is where many Nigerians fail. God bless you.
Ones like us, growing in years, we the goal to make a change of the world around your race. They've been able to set the pace.